Hi boat fans, this is Tim from Boatshed Brighton on board this Moody 33 for a look around her interior in virtual reality. So what does that mean? That means that I'm going to take a walk around the boat. I'll take the camera with me, and as I'm walking you can look where you like, whenever you like. All you need to do is click and drag or touch and drag your screen up, down, left, right, and you can look where you like, when you like. One thing I would say is if you feel sensitive to camera movement, some people do feel a bit funny. When you know I'm going to pick up the camera, just avert your eyes and you should hear me say, okay, we're safe to go now, or something like that, and you can look back at the screen and you should feel fine. We hope that this really great feature gives you an idea as to how the boat feels inside, what the space is like, and how she feels to be on board, because then you can tell if she might suit you. Okay, great stuff. So here we are. Let's start with the headroom. I'm 5'9", so we're looking about 5'11", possibly 6 foot above me. A little bit more where the hatch is there, so plenty of headroom down here for most people. Feels nice and airy. Now what you will notice as we go through this boat that she's not in the best of condition. Okay, we deem her as a project boat, and as you'll see, we've got the cushions missing, they're elsewhere for storage, the sails are elsewhere for storage, the curtains are gone, etc. So we're looking at the bare boat here, plus a few little bits and bobs. So please bear with us, and yeah, hope you get an idea for what this boat's like. So let's start starboard aft. Now what you can't see is that this area here all converts into a single double cabin. It's not the biggest double bed in the world, so some people might call it a single and a half, but I think there's enough room there for two in relative comfort, as long as you're not too big. The camera itself is sitting on this bulkhead here. This central section here slides up into place, which gives you private accommodation on the forward bulkhead there. And also this door, when reattached, will slide forwards here, so you have a nice enclosed cabin for the owners or whoever's lucky enough to get this cabin. Really nice feature and very well thought out, and something that maybe other boats could think about too. We have access to the engine here. We also have access out here, which I'll show you in a moment, and we've got good access from above within the engine compartment. And the engine has been taken out, serviced, painted up, looks nice, and she's now been replaced, and she should be ready to go. Underneath the bunk space itself here, we've got battery access too. We've got a life raft stored under here. We've got cubby holes along the starboard side. Feels very 1980s Moody-esque, which I like because I've got one and I love it. We've got the electrics panel here, radio here, DSC VHF by the looks of it, an extinguisher, and we've got the lift up chart table here with room for all your gubbins and bits and pieces, and a decent bit of space here for your chart. Not much in the way of instrumentation though down here, so something needs to be done about that. So if I make my way through the door and into the main saloon, and yes, as I mentioned, down here light and airy. We've got the long windows either side, we've got the hatch above. Bit of UV degradation here, so we're seeing some crazing, so some of you might want to look into that. Same with the hatch also. The headlining in here doesn't look too bad. Again, very, very Moody-esque. On the bulkheads here, I think this doesn't look too bad. Could do with a good clean though, everybody, good clean. The woodwork doesn't look too bad. Looks nice and strong. There's a few holes here where past pictures or instruments have been taken away maybe. So let's have a look at the starboard side. First of all, you notice there's nothing on the floor. This has been freshly painted. There's no rugs or anything, so you might want to think about something on top of that. The table is up here, out of the way for the moment, but that should screw down again nicely and give seating for probably 1, 2, 3, 4 around there. And it's a double leaf table as well, which lifts up, so you've got the additional capacity to seat people here for dinner. So probably 6 to 8 people could sit around the table in relative comfort, I think. Underneath the seating, we've got stowage or access to skin fittings and pumps and various bits and pieces. And on the outboard side, you'll see we've got the stowage binnacles, shelves, more shelves, etc., etc. So lots of room for your stuff, and yeah, not too bad down here at all. Will be improved 1,000,000% by the addition of cushions, curtains, and all the little personal effects that no doubt will come back into this boat when she's looked after. So let's move forwards. Now I'm going to pick up the camera and I'm going to move straight to the head, and that's the camera put down, and here we should have a decent view of the head compartment. Decent size actually, not too small, not massive, but a really decent size. We've got a manual head here with a hanging locker behind, loads of room in there. For some reason the head lining in here is missing, so that needs attending to. Small sink, ventilation, light, and we've also got a cupboard for stowage underneath the sink too. So fairly straightforward, no frills, in this kind of 1980s Moody-esque faux marble effect. Lovely. Plenty of room in here for one to do whatever it is you need to do. So now I'm going to pick you up and I'm going to take you to the forward cabin. Let's go. Close the door on the head and I'll put you down right in the middle of the compartment. So there we go, the camera's set down again, and as you can see, let's do headroom first. I'm standing tall, 5'9" on the top here. As you can see, headlining a bit wobbly, could do with a bit of attention. The coach roof does come down as you go forwards, but that's not a problem because generally your feet will be down there, and we've got the dip here where the well is in the foredeck as well, and also we've got the hatchway to the anchor locker there. So yeah, I'd say there's plenty of room for two to sleep in here for a weekend. The berth doesn't come to a point at the end, so your toes aren't going to be fighting all the time. We've got stowage under here, we've got stowage under here and up forwards, and there's access to the bow thruster tube as well, and there's also a little access down under here, which no doubt is for the senders for the log and the echo sounder. We have stowage outboard and outboard here, finished off in the carpet, and we've got a kind of a demi vanity unit here, bit of a cupboard behind there, and some drawers underneath for your hairbrushes or curlers or whatever it is you want to keep under there. But yeah, decent sized cabin, and of course you can close yourself in. It's intruded slightly by this bulkhead here, which is the forward bulkhead of the head, but that's not too much of a problem. But if somebody's sleeping here, they might find a bit of a clamber over somebody sleeping here to get out in the middle of the night, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to pick the camera up now, and we're moving aft past the hanging locker on the port side, and I'm going to put you on top of the saloon table, which is on top of the seating unit there, to give you an idea of how the port side looks. Again, we've got a lovely long bunk here. We've got access underneath here to the bilge and pipework and all the various bits and pieces that are down there. We've got boxes or binnacles, which would be behind the cushions if they were here for stowage, and we've also got here, that's a glass stowage, cupboard and shelf here, another cupboard here for more glasses. I think these people used to like partying, and again we've got the two shelves here. So yeah, all in all, really nice wide open space. We acknowledge that this boat needs work. Could she be the one for you? Now let's have a quick look at the galley. So I'm going to pick the camera up and place her down there. So what have we got here? We've got a U-shaped galley here. Feels good. I feel like I could brace myself in here, no problem. I've got something to hang on to here. All of the woodwork here was the usual Moody solid stuff. Not great in the fiddling department, i.e. the fiddles along the work surfaces here. Nothing to really grab onto, and also it's not going to keep they're not going to keep the liquid onto the work surface either, because they don't finish here, and at the corners here it's going to drain over the side also. But a good space. I can bolster myself in, and I've got access to this compartment here, which is either your cool box or a wine stowage. We've got a lid that comes away. This gives you extra work surface. That lifts up and lifts out, gives you access to the cooker there. Whoops, let's just bring that forward. And then here we've got the lid, which gives you access to the sink underneath there, and actually decent access to the sink there, so you're not reaching over too far and straining your back. And then against after bulkhead here, we've got the knife and fork drawer, the cleaning gear drawer, heater, some sockets, extinguisher, and a smoke detector. And again, very Moody-esque still. We've got the plate holders here and the cup holders there. All feels very nice, along with the ubiquitous sliding lockers there for what for? Salt and pepper, olive oil, chili flakes in my case, who knows. Whatever you want to put in there will fit in there snugly, as long as it's small enough. So let's sum up. So this is Tim from Boatshed Brighton, and I've taken you for a whistle-stop interior tour in virtual reality of this Moody 33. We've got a nice cockpit, we've got good engine access through the starboard cabin, through this hatchway here, and also through the cockpit. We've got in the starboard up corner, we've got what I would call a double cabin. We've got the lift up bulkhead there, we've got the slide shut door there, so we've got a nice separate compartment if you want it. During the day that all drops back and pushes back, and you've got yourself a nice chart position with a table to work at. Really, really good. In the main compartment in here, or in the saloon here, room for 6 to 8 to eat. You've got a berth port, you've got a berth starboard, U-shaped seating, table with double leads, and we've got lots of stowage beneath the seating, behind the seating, and above where the shelves are. We've got the decent sized head compartment in there. We've got a good sized fore cabin there with its own vanity unit. We've got the hanging locker here, and we've got stowage pretty much anywhere. So yeah, we like this boat. She is a project. She needs work, and if you come and have a look at her, or if you want any more information, we'll happily provide that, and we'll give you our opinion as to what we think needs doing. But if you'd like any more information, just go to boatshedbrighton.com for lots more pictures, videos, virtual reality. We hope you got a really great feeling for how this boat feels to be inside, and if you're interested, give us a shout and we'll have a chat. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.